So, how does this work? It is pretty simple. So, all we're really doing is just continuously running some similar commands. So, the command format goes like this. We have /clear the player, the nearest player, of 386, that's the book and quill, damage value of 0, and a count of 0. So basically, all this is really doing is testing for if a player has a book and quill in their inventory. But we're not only testing for that, we're also testing if that book and quill has a certain word in it. So for instance, this one is Zombert, the next one is Zombob, then Zombill, and then Zomben. So basically, when I enter Zombert, like that, the comparator will turn on. But if I were to enter Zombob, that one will turn off and this one will turn on, because now the data in the book no longer matches this one. So it's no longer Zombert in the book, it's now Zombob in the book. So this one has become false and this one has become true. The next command block basically just kills that specific entity. So for instance, kill an entity with the name Zombert and it will kill that one and only that one. And this just repeats the pattern. So for instance, if I were to spawn a zombie called Zombert, currently it's Zombob in here, so nothing's going to happen. But if I change that to Zombert, then the comparator's going to go off and it's going to kill him. Now I've demonstrated this as a death note, but in reality it is so much more than that. So what this allows you to do is basically remotely control an infinite amount of redstone devices. So in the past you may have seen me using splash potions to remotely activate things, and this is alright, but first off it's limited to the amount of splash potions that there are, and it also hogs inventory space. Whereas this one, you can basically just add a command block, add a custom word, so for instance Zombert, and that can trigger a command. So for instance, at the end here I've actually set up one that's called day, and if I actually just enter day into the book, then it'll turn to day. So it's really useful, not even just as, you know, a map making, something to put in a map even, it's actually really useful just for, you know, if you're playing creative or something or demonstrating things like this. And of course it is also useful for maps, of course, but it's just a really great tool to have.